Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. We are still in the midst of the role quest, so let's just get to healer, shall we? In the sting of things. What business do you have with me? Ah, my apologies. You were Brookhaven's guest, were you not? I am Yipin, and I have journeyed far from the northern valleys of Dawntrail to reach this grand city. Tell me, traveler, what is your name? Oh yeah, rest assured I shall remember it. Shame that we must meet under these unfortunate circumstances. My village's prized possession was among the treasure stolen by the passage of the Unbound. It is known as the Heart Sting, and the soul of a dead dread scorpion, one of the Tyrell of Idral, is sealed within. The creature once hunted its prey using an array of toxins produced within its body and was a menace to all. Those granted the Heart Sting's gifts may wield this fearsome power as they see fit. We believe the thieves have already taken it across the ocean to Eorzea, and it will doubtless wreak havoc in the wrong hands. Thus, I seek a healer to remedy any harm wrought by the Heart Sting's toxins in that faraway land. I won't mince words. You are precisely the sort of woman I seek, and we must act quickly to avoid the worst. Will you lend us your aid? Fine, but don't expect any miracles. You have my gratitude. To the matter at hand, then. While I was making inquiries here in Tulial regarding the thieves' whereabouts, some Eorzean merchants told me a rather intriguing tale. Specifically, those returning from Limsa bring fell tidings, tales of able-bodied men and women suddenly losing their vision. An all too familiar account, as the Heart Sting allows mastery over all manner of poisons, including those that inflict temporary blindness. A great deal of training is required to properly utilize the scorpion's gifts, but the blinding toxin is one of the simplest to wield. It seems to me the brigands are the masterminds of these strange incidents, harnessing the treasure's power to their own nefarious ends. Loshkana, the village elder's daughter, makes for Limsa in pursuit of the Heart Sting. I intended to set sail with her, but my foot was badly injured by a strange mechanical doll during the thieves' ambush. Loshkana insisted I remain here to recover, and she would not take no for an answer. I must ask that you cross the sea in my stead and provide Loshkana with your aid. Considering that our enemy wields deadly poisons, the danger is too great for her to face alone. Based on when she departed, I presume she's arrived at her destination by now. She boarded a merchantman captained by a woman named Vladrita, who is primarily based in Limsa. She may be able to help you locate Loshkana. I'm Vladrita, and if you were planning to sell your healing service to me and my crew, don't my ship ain't setting sail for a short while. Looking for a Tyrell woman named Loshkana? She made the crossing with us, trying to retrieve some sort of treasure, as I recall. I told her Hawker's Alley was her best bet for the latest chatter, so you may find her wandering thereabouts, keeping out for a Huron lass in the red tunic carrying a spear on her back. She can't have gone too far. Oh, hello, stranger. Hello there, stranger. Can I help you? Neopian sent you, did he? Say to help, did he? Seems I've hit something of a dead end. Your timing couldn't be better. I suppose proper introductions are in order then. I'm Loshkana of Dawntrail, and you are... A pleasure to meet you, Arya. With that, we're strangers no longer. I'm not sure how much Neopian's already told you, but I assume you'll want to hear more about the day of the theft. My father and Neopian had just set a trap using one of the Heart Sting's toxins, and we were on our way to return the treasure to its resting place. An evil presence stirred in the wilds that night. Mechanical dolls with great glowing eyes leapt from the shadows and gravely wounded them both. My father survived the encounter, thankfully, but he was unable to give chase and convalesces now in my home village. The culprits faces eluded him in the darkness, but he heard two voices, a man's and a woman's. He recognized neither, so we're certain they aren't from our village. Whoever those two were, they must have been the ones controlling the dolls before making off with the Heartsting. Rook Avu said they were part of the Passage of the Unbound, but I'm afraid that's all I know of the culprits. Still, that may change if I can ascertain the cause of the recent blinding incidents that have occurred here. Unfortunately, I haven't had much luck asking around. The thought of addressing even one more person here is, well, overwhelming when you're from a remote village like mine. The few I've attempted to speak with were too busy to even listen in the first place. You, on the other hand, look ready to take on the world, or at least the city. I'm sorry to ask this of you so soon after we've met, but could you help me gather the latest hearsay at the markets? Many thanks. I'll search the quieter districts for clues in the meantime, and hopefully not get myself lost along the way. Recent chaos in the markets, I'm told the Yellow Jackets have been thoroughly investigating the matter in cooperation with the Adventurers Guild. If you're in a hurry, there's a Yellow Jacket making her rounds by way of the Fisherman's Guild. She'd be a good one to ask. Blinding incidents? I know of them. Started with some bad fruit at a stall in Auker's Alley. A few bites in, and folks suddenly go rotting on the ground like beach serpents, claiming they can't see a bloody thing. I don't blame them for raising hells with the shopkeep, neither. Poor sods couldn't move an ill until the treatment came and they could see properly. Shopkeep was rightly furious about the whole ordeal and took it up with his longtime supplier, escalating into a real spectacle it did. Turns out the same problem was occurring at other stalls and with fruit from different suppliers, so it makes sense to pin the blame on the individual sellers if the whole supply chain's tainted. Even now, nobody knows what's causing it. Grim business, I tell ya. Well, yes, I know about the blinding incidents. I experienced it firsthand. I was rather peckish, so I purchased some fruit from a local stall and took a few bites on my way home. Before I knew it, my vision went dark. I stood there shaking and crying, terrified of what would happen if the darkness ever faded. I thought I was alone until I heard a woman nearby howling with laughter. Fortunately, I didn't suffer for long. A passing adventure cured my sight with Esuna, and I went about the rest of my day as though nothing happened, but I haven't been able to look at the fruit the same way since. Your investigation of Hawker's Alley has proven successful, but you sense there is more to be found. Seek out the Yellow Jacket on patrol, who may have further details on the blinding incidents. So be good. You're Arya Ariana, aren't you? Aren't you the Arya Ariana? It's an honor to meet the realm's vaunted hero up close. Is there aught I can assist you with? I hear all sorts on my around, so if it's information you're after, you've come to the right person. Oh yes, the serial blindings. They're causing a terrible ruckus around here. You know, a woman in red came this way a few moments ago to ask about the very same. I take it you two are acquainted. Aha! I thought so. As I told her, another incident was reported yesterday morning. The victim bought fruit from a local vendor, took a few bites, and temporarily lost all vision, same as the rest. The vendor in question was last seen at the south of the Opulence, so I'm heading there next to follow their trail. You're welcome to join me if it'll help your investigation. He's paralyzed. We've got to do something. But I have no talent for healing magics, and I don't have any spine drops on me either. Perhaps Esuna might do the trick? Esuna. I'm healed. I'm healed! Oh, thank the 12. And you lot, of course. Excellent work, Arya. On behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I owe you my thanks as well. Now, I hate to ruin the mood, but I'll need to report this to my superiors. Could you tell us what transpired here before we found you, sir? It was awful. Just awful, I tell you. I was walking home after another arduous day at work, minding my own business, when the Lawfell merchant suddenly called out to me. You, my good man, look exhausted, he said. Why not soothe your weary spirit and fill your empty belly with one of the realm's sweetest apples? You've earned it. Nay, you deserve it. 'Twas a tempting sales pitch, but I wasn't keen to gamble and potentially curse fruit. Since in my apprehension, he proudly declared his merchandise safe to eat. He sounded sincere enough, even took a bite of the apple himself. No tainted fruit here, he boasted, just normal, honest to God's produce. He sold me the apple at a reasonable discount and all seemed well. That is until I took my first bite and numbness spread through my body like wildfire. I collapsed to the ground, struggling to speak a single word. The vendor and his fruit had suddenly betrayed me, yet I knew not how. As I fell, a woman's shrill laughter echoed from a few yalms away, and the vendor soon followed. I never saw the woman for myself, but what with the whole not being able to move business, between their laughing fits, she made a mention of a heart sting or some such. Oh, you poor dear. And this woman you mentioned, you're positive she spoke the word heart sting? As surely as the wind blows, for mercy, neither she nor her vendor friend tried to steal my belongings, but they've certainly stolen my dignity. I hope those conniving charlatans get what's coming to them. This is dangerous fruit we're dealing in. First blindness, now paralysis? But first things first, I should escort this man home. If you feel mind to pursue the perpetrators further, then have care out there, alright? There's no doubt about it then. Our thieves are at large, right here in Limsa Minsa. The blind toxin is simple enough to master, but it's unsettling how quickly they've learned to inflict paralysis as well. I just don't see what purpose this all serves. Were you able to learn anything of their motives? They take pleasure in their victims' pain, but nothing more, at least nothing more that we know of. Whatever their true aim may be, we must discover it quickly before more victims suffer at their hands. A hunter must adapt to their environment if they wish to snare their prey, but I have so much to learn about this place. Still, I've tracked them this far, which is a good start. For the time being, I'd like to petition those officers in yellow for any new information they acquire in the Heartsting's whereabouts. When we come across any promising leads, I hope I can count on your support again. Causing problems on purpose. Say, Arya, can you spare a moment? I'll try to start on a positive note then. The good news is that there have been no further incidents involving poison fruit. Should be happy about that, but it's not exactly conducive to tracking down our thieves. Despite my best attempts, my investigation's at a standstill. Arya! I bring news from the Coral Tower. A Lawfell man matching the description of that fruit vendor was seen leaving the city with a Huron woman. It seems they were making for Aleport. We've increased patrols of late, so if I had to guess, the culprits are finding it harder to operate within the city. Seems we forced them to withdraw for the time being. Aleport, you say? That's on this island, isn't it? Yes, that's right. It's possible to go on foot, but the ferry by the Fisherman's Guild can take you straight there. Well, we Yellow Jackets must continue to keep an eye on things here. It's reassuring to know an adventurer of Arya's caliber is on the case. If you plan to pursue the suspects, Alepport's your best bet. That said, I should get back to work. It's an honor to meet you and your friend Arya. Safe travels to you both, and give those crooks a good thrashing for me. The city's protectors place so much trust in your abilities. I'm lucky to have you on my side. When I first set sail for Eorzea, I feared I'd never see the Heartsting again, but we're one step closer to bringing it home. In any event, we'd best find our way to the port town before that pair of troublemakers devours another fruit supply. I'll go on ahead and take the ferry. Meet me in Aleport once you're ready. Ah, there you are, Arya. You're a welcome sight among such unfamiliar scenery. The ferry skipper was eager to teach me all about this area on the ride here, so I believe I have a general idea of what's what. When I lose my bearings on the hunt this important. Asked him about our merchants. He said he hadn't seen a pair like that. The skipper did mention another merchant, though, one who's well versed in the comings and goings of his fellow traders. If anyone's excited or unlikely duo, it's him. Let's hope it's enough to put us on the culprit's trail again. The merchant we seek should be peddling his wares by the gates to Skull Valley, so let's start there. Can I help you? A elephant and a heron traveling together. I've spotted them. Though I'd never seen them before, they certainly made an impression. I sold some potions and elixirs to a pair of fresh-faced adventurers on the cheap, from what I could tell. Those merchants really are culprits, and those potions are most likely tainted with toxins. Toxins, you say? That don't bode well. The adventurers who bought them, a marauder named Wilson and a conjurer named Zarek, already left for their next job. Said they were escorting one of the local farmers over the Swift Perch. They're good lads, the two of them. They've been making life easier for the small folk here ever since they arrived, and I'd hate to see something happen to them. Someone needs to warn about those potions right quick. Leave that to us. Swift Perch is southeast of here, yes? Let's find them before the poison takes hold. Oh, I need to fight. I'm prepared for this. Fine. I will bring out the wet noodle. I haven't. Well, but something at least, I guess. No one else? Okay, cool. Aiding. I don't have to cast anything, I just hold my hand up to him. Cool. Ew, thank the gods you found us when you did. Those potions sellers must have swindled us. One draw of elixir was all it took to send Zarek into the most furious fit of hiccups I've ever seen. Poor bastard couldn't cast a single spell. Wait. Poor bastard. If the Heartsting's toxins are at work here, we should be able to cleanse them with Esuna, just like last time. I'm sorry, did you say? Oh, sod it. We'll have plenty of time to chat after Zarek stops hiccuping up a storm. I hate to ask more of you, but could you cast Esuna on my partner? It'd be much appreciated. I can speak again. You have my thanks. Bloody hells, first we waste our hard-earned coin on poison potions, now there are killer mammoths on the loose. What's this world coming to? Who goes there? Show yourself. Oh me, oh my, our spear-wielder friend is sharp of eye. You're the frauds from Mailport! Why, yes! I'm watching your scrawny compatriot suffer from was the highlight of our day. I admit, poison was meant to silence him, but hiccups? It was comedy at its finest. Perhaps the elixir reacted with the venom. Regardless, we've had our fill of fun from the results, so I shan't complain. Venom? You must be the thieving cowards from the passage of the Unbound. Oh, my sweet fairy apple, you know us? I suppose the muse were famous. I can't believe it. Oh, who am I kidding? Yes, I can. Indeed, I'm Passage to the Unbound's alchemist extraordinaire, the illustrious Elred, and I'm so very, very pleased to make your acquaintance. It's at your service, Elred's helping hand, master of the mammoths. Your garb is ever so familiar to me, my dear. Ah! Tell me, I hail from the little village in Troll, don't you? Goodness, you've come a long way. How was the voyage? Enjoy the sights. Enough! You've got a lot of explaining to do, starting with the reason you took the Heartsting. Is this part of your organization's grand scheme? Well, the apple fights back. 'Tis true that my Unbound compatriots harbor lofty ambitions. Yes. I have no interest in overthrowing nations. I merely create the mires of chaos they've promised me. I aim to bring more laughter into this dreary world, one mischief, and a few handy places at a time. Kokonoa and I are having oodles of fun expanding our repertoire of toxin treats. Yet there's no greater killer thrills than the healer who can whisk our hard work away. Unless, of course, the master of toxin, even she can't care. Ooh, I do love a challenge. Now, I hate to leave you, my dears, but our work here is done, and we've a busy schedule ahead of us. Mammoths to men, venomous misties to master, to talk for now. No, wait, damn you! Ugh, that stench smells like a corpse just shot itself. This weather's too much to bear. Take me home to the 12s of wisdom. The air is clear there. Oh no, don't you dare give out on me, Zarek. We've still got a job to do. We mustn't keep our clients waiting any longer, but we're in your debt. Thank you again for everything you missed. Loshkana, and this here is Arya. Take care of each other out there. Much as I'd like to track down the Unbound, I know better than to tread further into their territory without a plan. For now, I think it best we return to Limsa. Thank you for the support back there, Arya. Esuna truly does work wonders. And that Elorette, I can't stop thinking about what she said. My blood boils knowing that this is all some sick game to her. How dare she toy with a heartsting for her own amusement? Honestly, even the youngest children in my village have more sense. Still, we did make progress. Now that the villains have revealed themselves, it'll be easier to give chase when they choose to make their next move. In any case, I'll keep you apprised for the latest news as soon as I hear it. We'll be back to the hunt before long. Living among the deadly. Oh, it's you, Arya. You have to forgive the dour mood. I don't understand it. How is it that Elorette and Kokonoa can so grandiosely reveal their names and identities, yet I remain unable to track them down? I've been following the latest hearsay, but haven't had much luck. Not a soul's seen them since the incident with Wilson and Zarek. And that's not to say I've given up entirely. Now that they know I'm on their trail, I suspect they're using my unfamiliarity with this island to their advantage. I dare say they're lying low outside the city. That's why I proposed the trip to Moraby Dry Docks. Folk here often speak of it, but I've yet to go there myself, so it seems as good a place as any. If you're game, I'll meet you there. Ah, there you are, Arya. While I was waiting for you, this fellow came asking for help. Sorry to trouble you, but my little brother's gone missing, and I could use a hand finding him. He said they wanted to see the ships I made, so I started showing him around. The next thing I knew, he was gone. Lad's probably got himself lost. Oh, that poor dear. I know still have the hardest thing to consider, but I'd like to search for this man's brother, if that's alright with you. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll find him all the faster with your help. Yeah, methinks. My brother wouldn't say boo to a goose, so I doubt he'd leave the docks on his own. He's got a mop of red hair like mine, so you'll know when you see him. Well, keep an eye out. I know you're itching to search for him as well, but could I ask you to wait here in case he comes back? Let's split up so we can cover more ground. Good luck. Red-headed youth. I'm scared. Where are you? Huh? You're here to take me back to my brother. You found the little one, Arya. I'm so glad he's safe. I I just wanted to see the ships my brother was working on. I thought I could see him better from higher up, but I lost my way. It sounds like you've had quite the adventure. But you were very brave today, so I'll tell you a secret. Even grown-ups get lost. I have an awful time learning my way around somewhere new, even with a map. Really? I guess I'm not the only one. A smile. We like to see those. Now, your brother's very worried about you, so can you promise me you won't go wandering off on your own again? I promise. I should say sorry to my brother, too. Let's take him back, then. Your lifesavers, both of you. You deserve a proper reward, but I ain't got much to offer at the moment. We're in no need of coin, just some information if you have it. Have you seen a Huron woman in a Lullafellan man around the docks in recent days? One is an alchemist and the other a goldsmith. They likely have a few mammoths with them as well. If not, have you heard any rumors of food or drink that causes ailments when you consume them? Blindness or numbness, perhaps? Afraid I haven't seen or heard anything or anyone like that. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help to you. That's alright. Knowing they haven't been around the docks is equally helpful. Well, that's good. At least I'll be praying to the navigator you both find who you're looking for. And he wrote, the two of us ought to be heading home. Thanks again for everything. Good fortune and safe travels to you both. Still no word of the Unbound, but at least we could help those brothers. Children often let their curiosity guide them, which means they'll naturally wander off on their own adventures. I don't blame that man for worrying as much as he did. Something tells me to speak from personal experience. I do, in fact. I'm the oldest sibling in my family. I can't tell you how many times I've had to search for my brothers and sisters when they were growing up. Now that I think on it, I barely told you about my family or my village or anything, really. I'd be happy to share a few stories if you'd like. The ocean view here is beautiful, so we may as well enjoy the scenery and relax a bit. My people hail from the northern valleys of Dawntrail. We're a close-knit community of hunters for the most part. Children are given spears, well, practice ones, before they even learn to walk, and we hone our tracking skills from a very young age. Isn't that surprising? It seems second nature to me, but then again, I've encountered my fair share of surprises here as well. Our village rests in a veritable sea of poisonous plants and animals, so the slightest injury on the hunt can prove deadly. Thus, we believe it prudent to begin our training as early as possible. Yet, no matter how skilled we might become, accidents are inevitable, and the heart sting proves vital to our survival. Not only does it produce poison, it cleanses it as well. In the right hands, it can dispel some of the deadliest natural toxins known to mankind. It even purifies the beasts we hunt. In fact, our diet consists of highly venomous creatures, ones that would normally kill a grown adult if ingested. The heart sting allows us to lead a quiet, peaceful life in lands where others dare not tread. It always has. I suppose that's why I never imagined someone like Elleret would take that away from us. When I left, our village food stores were well stocked, but I can't bear the thought of my younger brothers and sisters going hungry. I must return the heart sting as soon as I can, for their sakes. I wish to bring back their smiles and make them feel safe again, just as we did for that young boy. In any case, thank you for listening. Thanking home puts me in good spirits. As long as I remember who and what I'm here for, I'll be alright. I know it. But I've kept you long enough. I think it's time we made our way back to Noscea, don't you? That was a much needed reprieve, but we'll need to plan for our next destination and soon. Well now, fancy meeting you here. It's good to see you two again. What brings you to Noscea? Nothing of import, really. Just a bit of restocking before our next job, but we happened to spot you two along the way. Didn't want to miss the opportunity to greet our heroes. Our client arrived at Swift Perch in one piece thanks to your timely assistance. Indeed. Well, I regret that you had to see us in such a pitiable state, but we're both grateful for your aid. When last we met, you spoke of pursuing those two charlatans, did you not? Yes, that's right. They've stolen a precious heirloom from my village, so I'm doing everything in my power to return it to its rightful place. So that's the way of it. Bombastic as those two were, we've not seen hide nor hair of them since Nailport since. No word of any instance like ours, either. I have a feeling they won't stay in the shadows for long. If we sniff out any suspicious incidents while we're out and about, we'll keep you informed. I won't say no to some extra pairs of eyes around the island. I've made my base of operations here in the city, so if you hear even a peep about poisoning, you know where to find us. Well, we may not have found any leads to Eldoret, but I'm glad we had this chance to chat, and with Wisdom and Zurich on our side, things are looking up. For now, I'll keep in touch with our newfound allies. Should I hear any news on our culprits, I'll be sure to let you know. Taste of a Toxin Paradise. Arya, am I glad to see you? I just received word from Whistle and Zarek. Our culprits have finally been spotted. It seems the thieves headed for Upper Noscea. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Whistle and Zarek said I should hang back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, they'll be headed back to Aleport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. No sign of Whistle and Zarek yet. I don't mean to assume the worst, but I admit I'm a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them. It's kinda terribly sorry for the delay. Wisdom! Zarek, thank goodness. How did you fare out there? You found Alaret and Kokonoa yet? Us? Oh, we found them all right, but it didn't take long for them to find us. We were set upon by Kokonoa's mammoth. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you, so if retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it might sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little middle army into a skiff bound for Camp Bronze Lake, and mark my words, they're plotting something new. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to eastern Noscea and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead, but a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, so this is as far as Wisdom and I will be able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more decisive information. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. You need to dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we could put you in the right direction. But we should take our leave now. For now, Wisdom and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for both of us when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friend, but I beg you not to underestimate that of our foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory. Camp Bronze Lake. The ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should try and seek passage before Eldoret and Kokonoa elude us again. What a lovely camp! Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with a heart singing and a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? It's just me, or the pigs flying in the sky. Air is the laugh. Oh dear, That doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Arya. Quickly. Poisoning the springs, you truly are the lowest of the low. You flatter me. It was just a little poison, really. As a tree, I'm afraid I couldn't contaminate all the water here, but we're having oh so much fun with a shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Step away from the springs, Arya. Now. Protecting the healer, are we? How sickeningly sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well, my dear fairy apple, lest you find yourself seeing stars, or Elorette is on the mix. No, you look absolutely hideous. Or should I say adorable? My hair's Bonnie as a porcelain doll. The hells are you on about? Very interesting, yes, very interesting indeed. I thought I may have poisoned myself. So, no, there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you call those antidotes to prepare the base because I've forgotten to bring them? You are your own worst enemy, do you know that? So just retreat before you decide to dive head first into the springs for fun. Compound scum! You think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos you've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Elorette? She's in no state to contend with you, and I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. You betray me, boss. I will cultivate having success. I'll tell you, we'll do it before you not. My dearest bushel of busy bossy. We've plenty more tricks in store for you and the entire island. Phew, I don't sense any toxins in the waters anymore, so the springs should be safe again. Will the toxins affect the local wildlife? Seeing as Elorette suffered from a taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the heart sting's power. As such, any poison she produces from it would be relatively weak. Most of her handiwork has already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbound smoke bombs dissipate, and thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the Heartsting's poison remains active unless dispelled with Esuna or another form of antidote. Same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities for our food. Now, there's much on my mind, but I think we have bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds to the camp and talk about our next steps. I'm gonna have a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? Everything hurts. Someone please end this nightmare. Dispel it with Esuna. Much appreciated, madam. I wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming around the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive, but I never expected that those mammoths' masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put this turmoil behind us, and for that, you have my thanks. I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. Except I have to tend to them myself as well. What comical costumes you all wear, what humorous dances you dance. It's all too much to bear. My costume compatriots! They're gone! Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. They say laughter is the best medicine, though I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it. I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, healer. Oh, please, make it stop. I can't breathe. Oh, thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at the place for healing, but at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after ones who did this. You're either very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Anyway, all that laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness, and may the navigator keep you. How goes the healing, Arya? Wonderful. I'm glad Esuna proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins have dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. As for Eldoret and Kokanoa's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment to chat? I'm well versed in the numbing and blinding poisons we use on our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about Eldoret's toxin. I've never seen anything like it. I have no idea it even existed among the scorpion's gifts. Eldoret may be inexperienced, but the fact she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She has yet to discover the Heartsting's cleansing properties, judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments. Knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery on her mind. Kokanoa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. Do you recall the man at Limsa who ate the poisoned apple? He claimed that Kokanoa took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. It must have some manner of immunity, but how? Traditional... This reminds me of the attempt on the Sultana's life. It's quite the tale. So the real poison was switched for a sedative with similar properties. As a Dunes folk, she regularly ingested small amounts of toxins to build a resistance against such things, which allowed her to awaken from her coma. I didn't realize Kokanoa might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why Eldoret's tricks don't seem to affect him. You in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the Heartsting's power, yet the Dunes folk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes. But I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've just been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa? Phew, I know I've been anxious to ascertain our thief's whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout this whole ordeal has been a welcome one, Arya. What was not so welcome were Eldoret's parting words. Whatever she has planned for the whole island, it can't possibly be good. Her acts of mischief have only grown worse since I arrived in the city. We must take the Heartsting back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Whistle and Zarek's efforts that led us to Eldoret, so I'll have to thank them when I have to get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down their unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I'm able. Downed By the river. Not down. Downed. Arya, I'm glad you're here. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough in the research, or I'd like to think so. This won't come as a surprise, but Elorette and Kokonoa went back into hiding after the Bronze Lake incident. With all their grandstanding, I wasn't expecting them to lay low for so long, so I doubt they'll keep it that way. Fortunately, we have prior experience to guide us. Until now, our culprits have traveled all over Vilbrand, and they don't appear to be retracing their steps. I hear Costa del Sol attracts many visitors, so that seems a likely target. They say it's owned by an entrepreneur named Gigi Ruju. Perhaps we can ask if he's spied anything out of the ordinary. What picturesque scenery! I hadn't expected Costa del Sol to be so grand. From what I gather, Gigi Ruju should be just up ahead. I don't suppose you're already acquainted with him? For better or worse, yes. Well, that's not very encouraging, but as long as you're on good enough terms, I'm sure we'll be fine. In any case, let's be on our way. Well, if it isn't our favorite intrepid adventurer, what brings you to my abode? Why, yes, I did spy that lovely specimen of a here. Alas, I was so entranced by her feminine wiles, I cannot recall any such entourage of Lalafella men or mammoths. Ah, would that I never drank that wine. She so gracefully gifted me a single sip, and I saw so many stars. I thought them wonderful in those first blissful moments. I partook of the drink amongst my retinue of kittens, yet as the rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces indeed. At first I presumed the wine caught up to me faster than I had anticipated, but time passed and the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in terror. In the midst of the mayhem, I could hear her, the wine-wielding beauty, maniacally laughing in the distance with some other chap. I feared those cackles would be the last thing I ever heard. Which is precisely why I found it appropriate to slap the sense back into him. Judging by the way Master Gigi Rouge was darting around at the time, I suspected he'd been in his cups, drank a whole bloody bottle too, so if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, that woman was immaculate. A sight for sore eyes. Any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. Now we may lock the drink in question. We received reports of mammoths roaming Raincatcher Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you'd certainly be doing us a favor. Any news of wayward mammoths is promising for us. We'll give the gully a look and relay to you whatever we find. Godspeed out there. Our next destination is clear, but before we depart, Arya, might I have a word? Based on Gigi Rouge's account, it's safe to say Elorette's discovered a new poison. While similar to the hallucinatory toxin she used at Bronze Lake, it strikes terror in the hearts of its victims instead. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gaining proficiency with the heart seeing at an alarming rate, so we must tread carefully when next we cross paths with her. As for the mammoths, Kokonoa doesn't seem the type to send them wandering around aimlessly. That's why I think they're bound to have some clues on them. If we can track those mammoths down in Raincatcher Gully, we may be able to discern what those two are planning next. Hostile presence detected. Don't expect good rotation. No, I don't want to hit the grass raptor. Thank you. Oh, hello. Another one. I guess I could combust it, considering we're like at the level 98 guys, and they probably have a little bit more HP. But, you know, that'd be, I think, this job smartly. Sounds overrated, actually. Ah, now I find Lushkana. Hi, Bloody Mary, because I ran too far. That would be the B rank of this part of Noscea. Phew, I think we've cleared out the mammoths. How fared your hunt? So, they've been keeping a record of the island's rivers. Oddly enough, the mammoths I came across were patrolling the river as well. Now that they've tested their poisons on Bronze Lake Springs, do they mean to take to the rivers next? Hey, watch out! That jar was laced with a potent numbing toxin, but nothing bruises our favorite fairy apple, it seems. You never cease to amaze and annoy me in equal measure. She's like to have the same manner of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna, after all. I have a request for you, my dears. Would you please give up on your little trinket? Pretty please. I only wish to revel in the fruits of my devilry, yet you continue to spoil my every attempt. And trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Indeed, do you think we enjoy watching our finest mammoths suffer at your hands? Enough! If you truly wanted to end this, you'd hand over the heart sting. The scorpion's gifts weren't meant for a petulant, childish criminal like you. Fine then, no more Miss Nice on the red. Answer me this. Who have my ancestors killed? Who? No one. I will remind you. So why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Our blighted society has never looked fondly upon my love for mischief. For years I despaired until my unbound family and leader granted me the greatest gifts of all, love and understanding. As long as I remain unbound, I care not what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and for all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. That includes you, my dears. My next scheme will finally plunge this island into the chaos I so desperately crave, and will stop at nothing to see it realized. Sorry to worry you, Arya. I'm feeling much better now. I'm ashamed I didn't sense that mammoth's presence quickly enough, but I'm glad you came out of the ambush unscathed. Aside, I wish they didn't use such putrid smoke to make their exits. I don't know if my nose or my stomach can take any more of those awful bombs. With Ella and Kokonoa gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much else here. Let's return to Costa del Sol and inform them of the latest. Shall I report to Gigi Rizzo? Not already! How fortuitous or ominous, or both, even. I take it you found those wayward mammoths. Surveying Villabran's waterways, are they? After the recent poisoning at Camp Bronze Lake, we have reason to believe the culprits are planning to make Villabran's rivers their next target. So the culprits are one and the same, then. I've had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident at Warm Wine Springs. Regardless, this bodes ill. We may not know which of these rivers they'll strike until it's too late. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous poisonings. It would be prudent to inform the maelstrom of these potential horrors. The one who poisoned you, her name is Elleret. She stole something precious from my village and I must recover it, no matter the cost. If you learn anything of her whereabouts or her plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear of it as well. Hell's been finding her, eh? Brave one you are. Ho ho ho! I couldn't possibly deprive a lovely lady of the information she requires. Were it not for my servants shall sally forth in your general direction the moment they hear of Elleret's newest misdeeds. Thank you. That'd be much appreciated. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Elleret and Kokonoa elude us any further. Come, Arya, it's back to the Limsa Laminta with us. Thank you as always for your support, Arya. GG Ruju was interesting to say the least, but I'm glad we obtained the information we needed. I don't know why I allowed Elleret to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain and taken up my spear. We could have apprehended her right then and there, and yet... there's no more room for mistakes. The longer Elleret lurks in the shadows, the greater the threat becomes. Countless lives are at risk. The next time we find her, we end her tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and await news from Costa del Sol. An antidote for Anarchy. Hello there, Arya. I've been on the lookout for anyone from Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves, just in case? Mrs. Arya, Mistress Loishkana. Forgive me for the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Chichiruju. Your quarry has been sighted in eastern Noscea. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. Where in eastern Noscea were they last seen? Master Waistgate, but recently received a report from Mistress Brayfloxa, trusted associate of his. We're told a number of inbreakers with Vitae tools and tinker dolls infiltrated her longstop. We have little doubt the inbreakers and tinker dolls she speaks of are Elleret and her troop. I see. Then we best find this Brayflox and Sin. Indeed, you're like to find her by the entrance to her longstop in Ringcatcher Gully. My master and associates wish you good hunting. We should get a first-hand account from Brayflox as well. Perhaps she'll have more to tell us? Let's be off, Arya. So this is Brayflox. I told her she reminded me of a moblin, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not mobbies, she said, gobbies. Yes, gobbies. Gobbies require hand-lending to backstrike at inbreakers. Inbreakers bring big flock of tinker dolls to search for water gush. Water gush. Does Elleret mean to poison the island's water source? This must be why they were researching the rivers. If the toxins are strong enough, anyone or anything that draws near the water would grow terribly ill. All of Vilbrand would fall into disarray. Poison makes no good for Gobby Flock, no good for Vilbrand. Narrow heart in need of many punishings. This goes far beyond trickery. We must end Elleret's ambitions here and now. I doubt she'll come quietly, since she has a heartstring at her disposal, but with your aid, Arya, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we'll storm the longstop. Well, this is it. Ready to storm the longstop, Arya? 680, it's fine. My gear's not that great here. There they are. Oh, I know bringing those bits and bobs for battle was a good idea. If you're after some manner of surrender with heartfelt embraces and handing over of magic heirlooms, you've come to the wrong longstop, my dear. You monster! You plan to poison every waterway in Vilbrand, don't you? But of course! The trick is to let the poison stew for a few bells, with a healthy helping of those tantalizing toxins in the dollop of advanced chemical processes. Poof! These eyesore of an island will get a taste of my finest work yet! My latest masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates, and no amount of inherent immunity can save you from its influence. It may be safe to the touch, but one tiny sip will have you begging for mercy. Not so jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what manner of havoc the experiment doses wreaked on me, but I will look forward to seeing how it affects the greater general populace. Oh yes, the residents of Little Laments and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water. So very many people blissfully unaware of what's to come. And every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one. She unleashes those toxins into the waterways. This is going to end up far worse than Bronze Lake. The only witches I see here are you two. Your precious scorpion wants on to prey with these poisons. Yes, perhaps I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of the chase. I suspect that's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. These venomous gifts keep on giving. My very ether is infused with their essence. So now, my dears... it's time I hunt you for a change. Honey, there's an Estrika. Good timing. I'll leave the charge, Arya. You focus on healing. Will you though? Alright, my dear sweet fairy apple, I'm afraid you've soured on me. Prepare to perish. SB past problems call for chemical solutions. Cause that's bitter. A little poison never healed any. Oh wait, I lied. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna get this bleeding. And we need to heal it up. Get your recovery down. I've barely looked at Astrologian's level 100 kit, so yeah. So much are bound. You take their toll if she's not careful. Ah! What a marvelous mess you're in. If you don't hurry, it'll only get messier. Stupid misdirection. Grumble. Just begun. Let's get into a safe spot here. I guess I'll use light speed. Sure, why not? Yeah, I fully barely know this kit. weary of your tenacity, mammoths, to your positions. Oh, that was actually like insanely good timing for my to go off. Lift off. As long as we're out of it, they'll go for Bloom, and she will take. For the love of, pull yourself together, Alarat. I'll be fine. Just a few more dots. Are there any Astrologian mains watching this right now? I do not play Astrologian much. Catch me if you can. This one. That's the real one. Oh, I should, like, do another section on her. Except also of exaltation, but it's fine. Does he ever run out of spare times? As I say, I was coming to the defective mammoths. Does he ever run out of mammoths? I'm sorry. The what? No, not me! Body little shout! What the hell are you doing? Oh, right. Haul them off, damn it! Okay, let's get to a safe spot. Oh, I should, like, heal her. Also, apparently, something in this. You know, the healing thing that, healers do sometimes. Singing English. Yes, I get it. Cast Esuna. Poison here, poison there, poison everywhere. Keep an eye on Alarat. I mean, I'll just keep doing my thing. To the core! Why do you persist? God damn it all! No, no, no! My tonics! They betrayed me! We must retreat before it's too late. Return the Heartstein now! I think I was like just stuck in like 0.1%. Nonsense. Enough, Alarat. We must escape while we still can. Smoke bomb, quickly. Ugh. Have it your way. Wait, that's Goblin Maid? No, you ruined the day you made enemies of the unbound. She's left quite the mess behind her. Nothing the Heartstein can't detoxify, though. Let's hurry and clear away the poison. Here you are, Arya. We came running once we heard the explosion, but I'm pleased to see you are none the worse for wear. Ellery and Kokonoa picked up the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs. Gobby booms and friendly faces win the day. Inbreakers go flying skyward. We made our rounds with the long stop as well. The enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. Your treasure is safe, I trust? Yes, thanks to Arya's support. Very good. Should those troublemakers survive the impending fall, they won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces around here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They send their regards and their deepest gratitude, of course. Parsing is safe again. Thank you for everything, Arya. And thank you too, Brayflax. We might not have found Ellery and Kokonoa without you. Brayflax happy gives hand lending important for all good gobbies to offer hand lending to fellow gobby friends. It's an honor to be counted among your gobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get the Heartstein safely back to Tyrol, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's all right. Wilhelm and Zarek deserve to know how everything transpired in the end, for one. Shall we make our way to Aleport? Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Ellery? Sent them flying, did you? Now those are what I call good tidings. I think they confused the goblin explosive for their own smoke bombs. Serves them right, I say. With Miss Lucanda's heirloom returned, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. I, for one, am pleased there will be no more risk of poisoned elixirs. I wouldn't have wished those hiccups on my worst enemy. By the by, Miss Loshkana, I knew you'd travel far to get here, but I didn't realize you hailed from Tyrol. That's quite a voyage. Will you be heading home soon? Yes, that's right. Vilbrand is a fascinating place, but my village is probably worried sick about me, and the Heartstein too, of course. Though your time here was short, you'll be sorely missed. We still have much to learn, but one day perhaps we might find our way to Tyrol as well. Oh, that would be wonderful! And when you do, I'll look forward to hearing all about your adventures. And you, we had a feeling you were no ordinary adventurer. Imagine our surprise when we learned you were the savior of the realm herself. One of our Yellowjacket acquaintances boasted about meeting the warrior of light while investigating the cereal poisonings, and that's when it dawned on us. She sends her regards, by the way. We've moms to go before they reach your lofty heights, but God's willing, we'll rise to the challenge. Indeed, you've given me much to aspire to as a fellow healer, and I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example. Be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores. Thank you both for your help. I'll never forget it. It's time that I return to Tulial. It would mean the world to me if you come to Arya. I want to report a success to Neopine without you. Lushkana and Arya as well. Your combined presence here can only mean one thing. Arya and I have brought the Heartsting home. So you have. I regret that I could not assist you, but I am relieved that all is well. I was like, where am I getting relieved right there? Words cannot express my gratitude to you both. Taking back the Heartsting was no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Eorzea. One of the Unbound, the mountain called Kokonoa, possessed an inherent immunity to poison built up by years of regularly ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on the scorpion's gifts to detoxify us, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up a stronger immunity on our own. It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. If we're to continue living among the deadly, perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges we face. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the Heartsting, but I now understand that the Scorpion's gifts can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Its power can poison a single water source, threaten countless lives on a whim. Yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the Heartsting provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risks prove too great? Excellent questions all. Knowing what the Heartsting is capable of outside our borders, we must consider this carefully for the future of our people. I'm certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon our return. As you can see, our community has much to consider if we're to keep thriving. But for the moment, I'm simply glad the Heartsting is back in Tural, and I can't thank you enough for your help. Till I met you, I'd never hunted alongside the healer, but knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Yours is a heartening presence, one I'm going to miss dearly. You have my gratitude and my trust, Arya, now and forever. As much as I'd like to, I won't keep you any longer. Neopine and I have a long trek home. Wish you all the best, and I know we'll meet again someday. And thus, it concludes the healer quest, which leaves us with one remaining quest series, Mage. So I don't quite have Red Mage at 100, but I think I'm close enough to hit 100 off the quest, so we're just gonna go for it next time. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!